Hi, very good morning. I'm Dr. Janak Patel. I'm a general physician. Today we'll be talking on one of the another interesting topic that is called pineal gland. No doubt everyone has forgotten the pineal gland and we don't pay attention to pineal gland, but it is important in endocrine disorders. Pineal body is also called as third eye and it serves many important functions in our body. So we'll be talking under heading introduction, physiology, little bit idea regarding disorders, investigations, DD, and treatment and complications. Now you know that pineal gland is located in the basal forebrain near thalamus. And we know there is one hormone which is being secreted, it's called melatonin. Melatonin. And it is in response to suprachiasmatic nucleus of hypothalamus. So stimulation is by the second cranial nerve, that is eye, and you get a secretion of melatonin. We'll be talking in detail. During day, the secretion is inhibited. During night, the secretion is increased. And that is via during night, this particular tract is stimulated. Retinohypothalamic tract is stimulated. You get stimulation of a suprachiasmatic nucleus, which is a biological clock, and that will give rise to formation of melatonin, and it is released from pineal body, or we call it a pineal gland. So epithalamus consists of a tiny group of nucleus which is unpaired knob-like structure we call pineal body. This gland is derived from ependymal glial cells and it secretes a hormone. As it is like a cone shape, that's why it is called as a pineal gland. Small organ shaped like a pine cone. That's why it was labeled as a pineal gland. It is located in the midline in the brain at the roof of a third ventricle. Pineal body is present in the human as well as in animal. It secretes a hormone, we know that we call that as a melatonin, and it informs the body part about environmental light. So during night the secretion is increased. There is also different names for that: biological clock, epiphysis, epiphysis cerebri, third eye, or cornerium. These are the different names utilized. It is considered as a third eye. It is a small endocrine gland in vertebrates. It is reddish gray in color, 0.1 gram, and it is about 0.8 centimeter long. And it is larger in children, but it shrinks with the onset of puberty. Lack of a blood-brain barrier, therefore receives blood, oxygen, and nutrient through rich vascular network. This is the shape, and that's why it is labeled as pineal, cone shape. We already discussed where it is present. As far as there is no particular innervation, it is a part of the brain only. Development wise, it is an outgrowth from the root of the diencephalon, found near the posterior margin of the corpus callosum, slightly cranial to and superior to cerebellum. Arterial supply is by arteriosus cerebri. Venous drainage is in a cavernous sinus. Function is secretion of melatonin, which is an amino acid derivative and which takes part in regulation of sleep cycle. We already mentioned this particular part, that is a functional anatomy. It is made up of two cells, stromal cells and glial cells. Stromal cells are the secretory cells. Size in infant is bigger than that in adult. Slowly it becomes smaller in size. It can get calcified, so calcification takes place. Secretion of hormone mainly is melatonin, which is regulating endocrine function, and it is responsible for your sleep wake cycle. It has also got influence on sexual development. Melatonin is an acetyl 5-methoxytryptamine. It is from tryptophan. It is derived from tryptophan. The plasma level becomes high during night. In children, the level is more. As the age advances, the level of melatonin becomes less. That's why the sleep disturbances starts. It is metabolized by liver and thrown out, metabolized by liver, and then it is conjugated. So whenever there is a stimulus, retinohypothalamic tract is stimulated, paraventricular nucleus, sympathetic fiber, superior cervical ganglia is stimulated, that stimulates the pineal body and manufacture melatonin. And that is how the melatonin is being manufactured. This is the diagram which is shown in detail. That is retinohypothalamic tract is being stimulated. You get suprachiasmatic nucleus, which is called biological clock, and that will through the superior cervical ganglia, sympathetic fiber, and that will stimulate the pineal gland, and that pineal gland will now manufacture melatonin, and that melatonin will release. We already mentioned this part, that is naturally occurring protein found in animals and mammals. It is derived from tryptophan. Production is influenced by detection of light and darkness by retina. Melatonin synthesis is inhibited by light and stimulated by absence of light. Melatonin is also present in tomato, banana, spinach, and almond. This melatonin will combine with receptor called as ML1 and ML2. It has got higher affinity to ML1. So effect of melatonin is regulation of sleep-wake cycle. Hypothalamus get numerous input. This particular will stimulate, so that melatonin will regulate sleep-wake cycle, and also it influences the hormonal secretions. Hypothalamus will stimulate pituitary gland, and pituitary gland will release growth hormone ACTH. That growth hormone in liver will be converted into IGF-1, that is insulin-like growth factor, which will stimulate adrenal gland and will release cortisol and dehydroepiandrosterone, which inhibits ACTH and growth hormone at the level of pituitary as well as hypothalamus. And this is how the regulation takes place as far as sleep-wake cycle and influence on hormonal secretion by hypothalamus. Regulation of melatonin secretion is by diurnal variation. During dark period of the day, secretion is increased, and during exposure to light, the secretion is less. So hypothalamus takes part in circadian rhythm. The function of melatonin, that is we call pineal gland, is by circadian rhythm, and it also takes part in reproduction. It is regulating circadian rhythm. It controls the hormone through pituitary gland. It also acts as the immunomodulator. It has got oncostatic property. It also has got property of free radical scavengers. It has got effect on gonads. It has got effect on MSH and ACTH. It induces sleep, and it also inhibition of puberty. So it is required for puberty, and it takes part in that circadian rhythm. So melatonin is performing lot of functions. As far as reproduction is concerned, it blocks the secretion of gonadotropin, that is FSH-LH, from anterior pituitary. And this hormone aids in the proper development of the functioning of ovary and testes. So it takes part in regulation of that particular secretions. Primary timing center, that is SCN center, which is for circadian rhythm. Reset is done by daylight and dark changes. Melatonin is involved in physiology with sleep-wake cycle. So secretion is increased during night and inhibited by light. It inhibits gonadotropic releasing hormone in many animals. So the benefit of a good night's sleep is anti-aging, immune boosting, relief of migraine, skin care, anti-cancer, antioxidant benefits, anti-depression, body clock control, menopause symptoms relief, and insomnia cure. So melatonin gives lot of benefit. These are all the benefits which it can provide because of secretion during night. If you get a good night's sleep, these are all the benefits which are being given. And if melatonin secretion is not proper, the person doesn't get a proper sleep. And if he doesn't get a proper sleep, all these functions may be disturbed. So melatonin is definitely essential. So physiological role is antioxidant. It takes part in immune system. Also it inhibits certain cancer growth, dreaming, a good natural sleep, menstrual benefits, and many other functions. There are certain claims which are being done. It extends the life, so it increases your lifespan. It prevents pregnancy, protects from free radical damage, boosts the immune system, and it also prevents the cancer. These are definitely proven in animals. Also, it has got function in human being also. Definitely takes part in extension of the life. So, a melatonin secretion reduces aging, and that is helping to extend the life, and it is a strong antioxidant. It is also related to reproduction cycle. So melatonin controls the growth hormone level. Precocious puberty have low melatonin, while delayed puberty has got high melatonin. So higher the level of melatonin are associated with male infertility, with cessation of menstrual cycle in women, and who exercise heavily or suffers badly from stress. So melatonin production has got effect on reproduction. It is also taking part in immunomodulators because melatonin activates monocytes, and it also enhances the ability to destroy non-self cells, and by which it also takes part in prevention of cancer. Melatonin influences the release of interleukins 1. and this protein controls the blood cell productions and immune response. It also restores the function of T helper cells and interleukin 2 in immunocompromised animals. So it has got some role in immunomodulation. It is a powerful antioxidant. It is a potent antioxidant. Also, it is believed that glutathione depletion by glutathione synthesis inhibitor produces cataract in a young mice. So melatonin administration prevents the cataract formation by antioxidant effect. So it has got some role in also cataract formation. We have already told you that melatonin is also anti-cancer. Increased incidence of ovarian and breast cancer are after pinealectomy. Melatonin suppresses the growth of prostate and breast carcinoma. Anti-cancer effect is due to anti-prolactin, estrogen and growth hormone effect. So it has got effect on prolactin levels, estrogen level and growth hormone, and that particular property helps in prevention of malignancy of prostate and breast. Also, it is being said that it inhibits the tumor growth factor, which is responsible for endometrial carcinoma. So all this do play some role in anti-cancer effects. It is also related to, because in fibromyalgia there is a reduced level of melatonin. In epilepsy, high dose may be effective. So higher dose of melatonin will help in epilepsy. Trypanosomiasis, circadian rhythm disturbances. In trypanosomiasis, you get circadian rhythm disturbances. Pain may induce painless sleep. Tinnitus to induce sleep. Hypercholesterolemia reduces LDL receptor, and even it has got some relation to anti-stress. Don't confuse melatonin with melanin. Melanin is concerned with pigmentation in skin, and this is melatonin. So this is for natural sleeping tablets. You can utilize melatonin. These are the stages in which you get melatonin cycle. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, REM sleep, and you get the secretion of melatonin during that. This is melatonin versus time. So usually early morning, the melatonin secretion, you can see that it is starts maximum after in evening, and peak level is in the midnight, and early morning the level falls. Melatonin level will decline to a daytime level, almost a baseline level. You can see that, and with the age also, in a children the secretion is maximum, and as the age advances, you can see at the age of 60, 70, almost it comes to a baseline level. So older individual always finds difficulty in sleep, disturbances in sleep. This is circadian rhythm. This is normal circadian rhythm cycle, melatonin secretion. This is winter circadian rhythm cycle. This is summer. Your sleep gets disturbed during summer, and you get more sleep during night in winter season. This is a clock which shows you that with the circadian rhythm, there are other things which are also taking part, that is blood pressure, body temperature, etc. So that is also changing, and melatonin secretion is maximum. We say that it secretes maximum during night, and this deep sleep, maximum secretion, melatonin secretion will start here, and it will become less. Secretion will stop early morning. This is same shown in a different pattern. So what are the changes takes place during circadian rhythm? At your leisure time you can go through. This is biological or circadian clock. This is organ clock. So different organs function will increase and decrease during day and night. This is chronotherapy. So this also helps to select the timing of giving medicines. These are all the different effects, multiple pharmacological effects of this particular hypocretins and orexin on different functions. Some are stimulatory, some are inhibitory. Inhibitory on prolactin, growth hormone, etc. As far as disorder is concerned, you can come across decreased production, increased production, and abnormal productions. So those are called disorders of melatonin: hypo, hyper, and dysmelatonism. Hypo will occur very commonly in an old age person, maybe along with pineal tumors. There's a destruction of the pineal glands. It is also seen that a hyposecretion takes place in psychiatric disorders like depression, schizophrenia, in a mentally retarded person, in autistic person, a person who is chronic alcoholic. Also, the secretion is less in Klinefelter-Turner syndromes, in liver neoplasia, kidney, upper respiratory tract, breast cancer, skin cancer, prostate cancer. In those conditions also there is a decreased production of melatonin. There is some relation of that. And also in some of the cases of coronary artery disease, melatonin secretion is less. There are some drugs which also reduces the melatonin production, like beta blockers, particularly metoprolol, more than propranolol, more than atenolol. So a person who is on a large dose of metoprolol, you can have a hypomelanism. Alpha blockers like clonidine, naloxone, NSAID, alcohol, tobacco, caffeine, and benzodiazepine. All these can reduce your melatonin level, and when your melatonin level is reduced, you can have abnormality in sleep. There are some conditions where you get a hypersecretion of melatonin, that is called seasonal affective disorders, where extreme fatigue and lack of energy, increased need for sleep, carbohydrate craving, because of that excessive weight gain, reduced work productivity, withdrawal from social content, and exposure to light will improve, because whenever you expose those particular people to a light, secretion of melatonin will reduce, and that will help it. Abnormal production, or which may be increase or decrease, we call dysmelatonin, means during day the production increases and during night it decreases. It is called circadian rhythm syndromes. Particularly it is very common in a blind people. A person who travels long distance, like jet lag syndrome, night shift works, because there is a constant night. During night they are exposed to bright light, so melatonin secretion is reduced. Delayed sleep phase syndromes, industrial jet lag syndromes, etc. These are the conditions where you will have abnormal production of melatonin because of exposure to light and darkness, etc. Clinical features of certain conditions where you get disturbances of sleep, decreased attention, irritability, headaches, fatigue, substance abuse, depression, reduced immunity, cardiovascular disorders, gastrointestinal disorders. There can be, when you are traveling, you can get that waste zone time flights, eastward flights, delayed sleep phase syndromes. It is also related to insomnias. You can get jet lag syndrome because of that traveling, and constantly when you are traveling in a plane, your exposure to the light changes. Then you can have a delayed circadian rhythm disorders, where you can difficulty in falling sleep and late night insomnia, general lack of energy in the morning, mood will change in the evening and late at the night, difficulty in concentration, difficulty in being alert, etc. All these things can be seen. This is in general whatever we have discussed before, pineal gland disease and disorders. You can come across pineal gland disorders in the form of a tumors, or pineal gland can be destroyed because of some of the other conditions, and you can end up with abnormal function of pineal glands. You can have advanced circadian rhythm disorders, which is opposite of DCR, where your internal body clock is running faster than the normal circadian rhythm. Advanced circadian rhythm results into this. What can happen? Person can feel sleepy during day work. So early morning awakening or early morning insomnia, inconsistent sleep with one or more awake periods during night, lack of energy during day, feeling tired in early afternoon and evening, alertness and ability to function may also be diminished, and this will happen in an advanced circadian rhythm disorders. So during a daytime, the person will find problems. You can get calcification of pineal gland because of some of the conditions like toothpaste, public water system, certain hormones, food additives, sweeteners, etc., which can produce calcification, which is containing fluoride. And such thing you can see in a CT scan. This is calcification of a pineal gland. Fluoride is proven to result into a brain damage, and secondary to that brain damage, you can have a impaired IQ, damage to stomach, skin problems, gums problems, cancer, affects the heart circulation, depresses the cell growth rate, creates reproductive problems, thyroid tumors. You can have a negative effect on the thyroid function. You can also have an impaired kidney function, etc. So fluoride can produce all those problems. We call fluorism. This is pineal detox checklist. This is corpus pineale. This is in relation to the epiphysis and aging process. If you are interested, you can go through at leisure time. This is, in an old time, it was called as a third eye. So third eye is unpaired light sensitive organ in some fishes and amphibian reptiles. So that particular name was being utilized, but we don't come across that in a human being. Excess secretion of melatonin can also produce hyperpigmentation. Decreased secretion of melatonin can produce vitiligo. So in vitiligo, there is a decreased level of melatonin. Also, lack of melatonin can cause early puberty. We call precocious puberty. So because of lot of good effects, melatonin can be utilized in treatment of cancer, certain immune disorders, cardiovascular disease, depression, sleep disorders, sexual dysfunction, fertility, headaches, use as a dietary supplements, etc. There are a lot of use. Some are good uses. Advantage of melatonin, non-toxic. You don't get any tolerance. There is no hangover. There is no suppression of REM sleep. Usually it is given in a very small dose. It is given in a very, very small dose for whatever purpose you are utilizing. These are the different preparations which are available in market. Absorption is within 60 to 150 minutes. Half-life is 45 to 60 minutes. And it is metabolized by liver and in brain. It is very commonly utilized for some of the functions like insomnia, etc. Most commonly utilized. Unwanted effects, usually when you use in a large dose like 3 milligram per day, you can have nausea, vivid dreams, nightmares, reduced blood flow, hypothermia, hormonal fluctuations, drowsiness, hallucination, confusion, fatigue in a female, menstrual irregularity, etc. can be the side effects. You should not use in a person, or you should be cautious in a person with psychotic disorders, manic depressions, autoimmune disorders, malignancy, certain immune system disorders, diabetes, certain endocrine disorders, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, young male with reduced sperm count, pregnancy, and during breastfeeding also it should be avoided. In a large doses, there are some adverse effects like morning drowsiness, nightmares, we already mentioned, nausea, depression, confusion, headache, reduced sexual drive, vasoconstriction in animal studies has been seen. Safety profile, by and large, it is quite safe if it is utilized properly. You don't have to use in a larger dose. As far as the drug interaction is concerned, you might have a little drug interaction with antidepressant. So you should take care while you are using along with antidepressant. Estrogen also reduces melatonin level, so you have to keep in watch if anyone is on oral contraceptive pills. Melatonin reduces estrogen level, so both can interfere with each other. So you should take care regarding that. There are some common causes where the melatonin level will be low if there is a concurrent use of this material, like alcohol, B12, caffeine, NSAID, beta blockers, glucocorticoids, cigarette smoking, antidepressants, stress. All this can reduce the melatonin level. There is a natural way to increase the melatonin level is go early to bed and early to rise. So best way of increasing the melatonin level. Certain foods gives you a good quantity of melatonin like oats, sweet corns, rice, barley, tomatoes, bananas, etc. B3 and B6, dried apricots, barley, whole wheats, tuna and turkey, rice, bananas, lentils, carrots, etc. also gives good quantity of melatonin. So these are the rich sources of melatonin. By consuming that, your melatonin level will be maintained and you will have a nice sleep and it will give you a benefit of melatonin. So these are the natural way to increase the melatonin. Mediates regularly. Avoid too much of caffeine and alcohol. Stop smoking. This also will reduce the melatonin, decrease production. So if caffeine is reduced, alcohol is reduced, and you stop smoking, the melatonin level will increase. Antioxidant supplement also keeps pineal gland healthy. So I end my lecture here. I hope this will be helpful. Here we are ending endocrine system. If you have got any problem, you can contact